coming up on the Joe Kraus show, it looks like Louis being harassed in the background. He'll be on later. And also we got Bills draft picks, and we got Yankees, we got Sabres elimination, and we are also giving a song out to the Philadelphia Flyers on their brutal plays in that series against the Sabres. Joe Kraus show on YCRN. Welcome back to Joe Kraus show on YCRN. This is what we call our quarterback cam, and luckily the football is not duct taped to the camera. This is an expensive camera. So what we're gonna do is that, well, this is something that people have never done. This is something that ESPN hasn't done either. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, so our producer Alex, in one hand, he's going to get the hike from our good friend Louis Medea, and Alex is gonna try to catch it. He's like a football tried out where he did a couple of years ago. But anyway, he's gonna throw it, and he's gonna try to hit that sign. Yep, that sign right there. So he's gonna chuck it, and Martha's probably gonna be all Marcus Stroud on him. So, all right, so let's get to it. We got our quarterback cam. No, Marcel Darius. I'm sorry, Marcel Darius.
Ready?
I'll help block.
Go! Oh my goodness! Get down, Martha! Get down!
Did it hit?
No.
Oh, he missed it. Alright, are we gonna try one more time?
I got this
one more time?
Yeah, we're gonna have the Louis cam here. Louis cam.
We got the Louis cam.
I'm gonna be right behind Louis the whole way.
Elisha snaps it.
Alright, Eli, now
Alright, don't hit me.
Hike it right to Louis, okay?
I know how hike. I play football on the side.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Ready? Down. Sit. Go.
Louis did acting like a quarterback. Oh, wow!
Mario, yeah, that's all. Louis, just say that's a little bit off.
Louis, got north.
Come on, by that much.
Alright, just by, I don't know, like 5 feet maybe. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna give our show. Louis Medea is on Joe Kraus show on YCRN. Welcome back to Joe Kraus show on YCRN, the Youth Radio Network. Joe Kraus show brought to you by Spill Coke. If you're broke, drink some Spill Coke. Louis Medea here on our show today. We also got Ryan. We don't know his last name yet. We'll soon learn it soon. But let's talk about the NFL draft first. We're going to get to Sabres in just a little bit. But Louis, the Bills, they've actually gotten some good players so far with Marcel Darius, the defensive tackle out of Alabama. And I was watching the draft today, and I was watching their thing. And Tom McShay said that he's probably the top of the class this year. So we got a really good player, and he hasn't. But the one thing that really surprises, the one thing that I would be worried about is if he can be 100% the whole year, because he's never been the whole season in his career. He hasn't been 100% in any of the seasons, so that's pretty surprising. But if he does stay healthy, him and Kyle Williams are probably going to be the dominant two defensive ends in the NFL, because a lot of guys are getting old.
So we just gotta keep it up. So that's all we need is defense. We'll be rocking.
So do you think it was a good move? Because I thought it was a pretty good move. I would like to get Von Miller, who went to Denver the pick before. Yep, outside linebacker of Texas A&M. I would like to have him. Darius, if you get a top guy like that, a really good guy. I mean, okay, so he's over 300 pounds, but still, I was watching Sports Science, and I believe he went through 3 900-pound bags in like less than 10 seconds. So that's pretty impressive. For the second round, they got Aaron Williams, the quarterback out of Texas. Now, I haven't really heard a lot about him. I believe he only played like 5 games this year. I believe, right? 5? I believe he didn't play a lot of games this year. We'll just say. And so I mean, he looks pretty good. I mean, because Dante Whitner's a question for this year, and Drayden Florence also, because those two, they might not be there this year. They might go to a different team for free agency, if there is free agency, because right now we don't have a season. And so Williams might be a good thing. I mean, him and Terrence McGee, who has been injury prone. Williams might replace him. So I don't know. We gotta see how he does. Then in the third round, they got Kelvin Shepard, a linebacker out of LSU, and I think that it was a good thing to get a linebacker because here's why. Last year, Paul Pizlesny, the linebackers, they couldn't even tackle anyone. Correction, the whole defense couldn't even tackle. They couldn't stop the run, but I think this year they can stop the run with Darius Williams and Shepard. So I think that Shepard's gonna make a huge impact. And then they got another corner out of North Carolina, Denoris Searcy. Never heard of him, but he's probably that player is probably gonna be one of those unsung heroes.
Yeah, probably.
Then they get an offensive tackle out of Clemson, Chris Harrison, coming out of Clemson. So he and C.J. Spiller might get along. So, but I think that when you're in the draft, you don't want to get too many people out of the same college. And then for some reason in round 5, this is the last time we checked, they got Johnny White, a running back out of North Carolina, and I was talking with their football analyst today, Nick Kraus, and he said that he's probably going to be cut because they got Spiller and Jackson, but because Spiller didn't really do anything last year except on special teams, which really isn't enough in my opinion. Him and Spiller might be able to do a little something.
They might, yeah. They are just gotta run the ball. That's all.
And Louis, the thing is that all of those fans want to get a quarterback because they think that Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't that good, but I think that they got Darius instead of a quarterback like Blaine Gilbert or maybe a Jake Locker because they're confident in Ryan Fitzpatrick. If you didn't see him last year, he was better than Trent Edwards, and he's probably going to be the next Jim Kelly. I mean, I might be over-exaggerating, but he is really good. And a lot of people underestimate him, especially in Madden, because in Madden 10, they rated him like a 66. And he should be like a 95 now for this Madden. If he's at 95, I'm going to call him. So hopefully you guys have made a good decision. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about the Sabres, and we're also going to have our baseball player who could have played for the Bisons, but we have a reason why. And no, it's not because he ate lots of tacos. Joe Kraus Show on YCRL. Welcome back to Joe Kraus Show on YCRL. We're joined by Ryan Szukala. Okay. So how are you doing today, Ryan?
Good, how are you?
Still bummed about the Bisons?
Very.
Not picking you? Well, you want to tell our viewers are care. Tell them what happened.
They didn't pick me, and I went to North Carolina.
Well, okay, that's very good, but it's because they used to be part of the Indians farm team, but then they decided to go to the Mets. Wow, that's a big bust right there. So, I mean, that would be cool. To have someone at the youth center to be a Bison, that would be like awesome. Wouldn't that be awesome, Lou?
Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be awesome. And then we would all lift up our swords and be like, ah! So, Ryan, are you sort of bummed about the Sabres? Sabres, you know what happened to them?
Yeah, I watched the playoffs. I'm bummed, yes.
Yeah, bummed, like
At least they made it.
the rest of us, yeah. But, what a good song for the Pirates would be is a Taylor Swift song called Mean. We were trying to find that, but we couldn't find it. But if you know what it is, like the kids. Anyway, so the Sabres, they signed Coach Linderoff to a multi-year extension. That's pretty good, right, guys? Nope. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're a better
Yeah.
Yeah, and Linderoff, his main thing, he declined the offer from Gallisano before Pagula got him, and probably that. And then we got Pagula. Pagula decided to own the Sabres, and now he's gonna be with us for more than 1 year. That's the key. As long as it's more than 1 year, Linderoff is staying. We have a chance of winning the Stanley Cup in probably 5 years. We just need, a couple more tall guys, a couple more shooters. Brad Boyes was sort of bust in the playoffs. He came out hot, but then he went, and then, yeah. So, Yankees fan, right?
Of course.
Yep. We're all Yankees fans here. Well, not everyone.
Well, except for the person behind the camera.
Yeah. I don't know.
Brown.
What do you? I know. Why do you like the Blue Jays?
I like it.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're not from Canada, right? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. It's like someone that lives in the USA. No offense to Canadians, but you know, sometimes they're cheap, like the Olympics. It's sort of like an American, like in the Maple Leafs. No offense to Canadians. I really don't have a problem with them.
Canadians.
Yeah, I mean, Canadians
bacon's
are
good.
Yeah, they're cool. Well, I mean, they rip us off and stuff. You know, that's the big thing. They rip us off on their bacon. You know? It's not even bacon.
It's not even. It's ham.
It's bologna.
It's ham.
It's either bologna or ham. I mean, if you're gonna call it bacon, why isn't it bacon? I mean, come on, really? This is a weird show.
At least they gave us hockey.
Yeah, at least they gave us hockey. That's
and
the
lacrosse.
good. And lacrosse. Yeah, college lacrosse. If we didn't have college
Never
lacrosse.
mind. Scratch that. Because Indians gave us lacrosse.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Let's get back to the test.
Yeah. Let's get back to the stuff. Okay. So the NHL playoffs from 2011, they started off yesterday. Sorry. The Lightning won over the Capitals, so they have a 1-0 lead. The Canucks have a 1-0 lead over the Predators. And the Sharks won over the Red Wings. They have a 1-0 lead. The Flyers and Bruins played today. And I don't think the Flyers should have been in it because they played brutal. And see our couple of past shows, I mean, especially Kim Timonen hitting Derby in the Shamrock. So that was pretty harsh from him. And Mike Richards slamming Tim Connolly's skull into the boards, which I don't get why the NHL commissioner decided not to suspend that, even though he would probably suspend Tyler Myers for smacking down Brunier in front of the net. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like about the NHL, but that's for another show. So Ryan, who do you think's going to win the Stanley Cup?
Nashville Predators.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I said, man.
Well, I mean, against who?
Against who?
Yeah, who's going out of the East?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. I
think it's going to be the other way around.
I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty good prediction because the Predators, they've surprised everyone. But the Flyers have to win it. They have to win it. So Peter Lafayette and all you guys in Philadelphia, you have to win the Stanley Cup now because you knocked out Buffalo. Because if you don't win the Stanley Cup, that just means
we're bringing our Lafayette over there.
Yeah. So we got 2 minutes left of our show, and this is actually our final show of the year. Sorry about that, but we're not going to be here on Friday, so I know that stinks, but hopefully we can get a couple shows in the summer. I got to sign a new contract extension, you know, got to talk with the big boss. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. And so I think that, you know, that's a good prediction for your Stanley Cup. And for the NBA, I think that it's going to be the Thunder and the Mavericks in the NBA West, and the Bulls taking on the Heat in the East, and then it's gonna be the Grizzlies taking on the Bulls, and then the Bulls are gonna win, but it's gonna be a close one. That's it for our show for the year. Wow, we did lots of shows. And, you know,
that was just memories.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And we did it 2 years in a row, and hopefully we'll see you over this summer. And thanks for watching.
And also, Modified lost 12-0 yesterday.
Yeah. Go Jacks. But
just gonna hang
I know how it feels.
Yeah. So
just gonna hang my head on that one.
So that's pretty much it for our show today. And William's about to cry.
All right.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully you don't start crying. But, you know. Congratulations to Prince William and Princess Kate for getting married yesterday at the royal wedding. So that's pretty good. I mean, congratulations. Yeah, we'll have our work just thinking about Prince Harry. Anywho.
Hope it worked out.
Yep. That's it for our show today.
I hope they don't pull a Johnny Keep. I'll say, you know.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know what this is about anyway. Especially thanks to William Medina, Nick Kraus, Dylan Lopat with his dancing, our security guards, Big J and Susan Tuck. We thank them especially, and we thank Chris Taggart for not seeing any of these shows, because if he was in one of our shows, it would be hectic. So thank you, Taggart, for not being there, but you know, I don't know. That's it for thank you. This show is brought to you by Spur Coke.
If you don't want to go broke, drink a Spur Coke.
Yes, Spur Coke.
They're Ryan Zimmerman.
Spur Coke is not responsible for giving you headaches, nausea,
or
heart attacks, loss in legs, loss in ankles, big foot inflammation, big toe inflammation, and you know, being jittery sometimes. It's really coffee for kids. So that's it for our show today. Buy some. Giggles looks like he's about to get his face purple. Nick, let's bring you out here real quick. Thank you for supporting the show this whole year. Who else can we bring out here?
Martha.
Yeah, Martha. Alex. Yeah, let's bring Alex on camera. Giggles, hold the camera. Giggles, hold the camera. Or Eli.
Yeah, hold this.
Alex, our documentary.
I'm producer.
Corey for the
Come on, Corey, just bring it in, come on.
I don't remember anything to do with the show.
Okay, bye.
He taped a couple of our shows when Alex got in his car accident.
Alright.
Hey, Giggles, we never that's it for our show today. See you later. Drink Your Show. Watch the Run. The Youth Center Radio Network. We'll see you over this summer.